Hi Aries, welcome to your August reading. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Check out your other placements for additional messages. As this is a general reading, messages may or may not apply. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't for the next person. I can be picking up on someone around you or someone you can be dealing with, so you might have to swap the roles. And if this reading doesn't resonate right away, it may be something that happens down the line. If you'd like, you can keep this in your back pocket or come back at a later time. We're going to be taking a look to see what messages may come through for you guys for the month of August, see what you guys could be currently dealing with or what you can expect. Get some insight, wisdom, guidance, and overall see what's going on. I hope you guys are doing well. If you guys are interested, you can check me out on my Instagram at Jadestone Tarot. And with that being said, let's jump right into this reading and see what needs to come through for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for August 2021. What's going on for the month ahead? What is this? The Beaver coming out. Earth energy. Alright, a little dash. Oh, just kidding, it's water. Alright, water energy, little dash of earth. Nothing's wrong with that. That's actually a really good card. We also have the Sea Serpent. Any other messages for... There we go. Whale. I did hear Virgo. Some of you may have Virgo in your chart, or you could be connecting with a Virgo. So, for the month of August, right off the bat, there's two different kind of storylines or two different themes that are going to be probably major for this month. Okay, let me take a little look at the bottom. The lizard, the scorpion, and the snake. Oh, wait. Underneath the scorpion, the lamb, and the snake. So there is a bit of energy of cycles that you've been going on, that you've been... There's a bit of energy of cycles that you've been on, lessons that are needing to be learned here, and there's something regarding your past, right, with the scorpion coming out, that's needing to be acknowledged and healed. So the first step to healing is acceptance of what has happened, what went down. There might be some resentment you may carry, or hurt, or still some pain that lingers, right? There's still scar. The scar has not gone away completely. It's healed, but there's still that part of you that has difficulty of letting something go or forgiving somebody for something that they may have done to you. This may have been recent, this may have been way back in the past, but it's something that I feel like maybe you guys have tried to mask, as the lizard is on top of that. And now the lizard is normally a very spiritual and creative energy, but just talking about this card, the imagery, right, the vision, or the visual, sorry, I don't know where my words are. The visual of this card is like he's blending into the background. So it's almost like you guys are trying to mask some sort of hidden resentment. And this is actually really interesting, as the scorpion and a few other cards have been coming up for like a lot of signs. Like collectively, I don't know if it's all this retrograde energy coming into play. Excuse me, retrograde energy. We got Jupiter, we got Chiron, we got Saturn, we got Pluto, we have Neptune. Like there's a lot of retrograde energy at play. And it is highlighting things that we're needing to accept, release, heal, work on. It's helping us look at ourselves and shows us what areas we need to work on and improve and things like that. So I do feel like in August that might be highlighting a lot of important things for you guys that you're needing to accept and to release. And who had this? Might have been Scorpio, because they had the whale come out in their reading as well. So maybe you got some Scorpio in your chart. I mean, it doesn't matter. But the whale is this very deep diving kind of energy. So you guys carry a lot of wisdom. You guys have gone through many things. You've learned lots of lessons, right? But you may find yourself in a certain cycle from time on time, and you're like, why do I keep ending up in the same relationships? Or why do I find myself falling back into old ways? Or like emotionally, how I keep handling situations, like something like that. You may find yourself in some sort of cycle, or maybe you're becoming aware of a cycle that you've been in this month. You'll find out, or you'll realize, or you'll recognize something, or maybe you are having a breakthrough. It's like either you are in the thick of this cycle right now, or you are coming out of this cycle. Like, I don't know, we'll see when we pull tarot messages, of course. But with the Sea Serpent, of course, this is protection. This is divine protection. This is a very feminine energy. So this may be mother figure, or like someone who is more feminine, but there's like this protective energy. It's also very nurturing. It's very healing and cleansing and even forgiving, right? Some of you maybe have struggled with forgiving even like a mother Yeah, like some of you have been struggling with forgiving, like your parents, or that's a specific message for somebody. But if you resonate with that, I think you might be doing a lot of healing regarding that, or just there's like healing taking place. Like you guys are putting in the work. You guys are dedicating yourselves to bettering and becoming a more evolved version of you, right? Like you don't want to keep on repeating these cycles. You don't want to be stuck in old ways. You're not making excuses for who you are and, oh, well, I'm this way because of that, so that's it, and I'm never gonna change. Like, you guys recognize that you have the responsibility to make changes if you're unhappy, if you don't like who you are, if there's something that you don't like about yourself or your circumstance or, you know, your environment, then you have to do something about it. Like, no one can force you to change. No one can force you to do the work. It all really comes down to you. And you guys are putting in some solid effort. Now, when it comes to your work, you guys are really dedicated. It's like you guys could be working on some sort of project, or you've been working on something for a while, putting in lots of time, energy, and effort. And it will pay off. It really does just require your consistency and to stay determined and to not let little setbacks or delays get in the way of the road that you're going down, right? There might be moments where you are second guessing yourself or hesitating, or maybe things are moving a lot slower. You may need an extra helping hand, right? Think about beavers, right? Over here in Canada, we got them all over. They work in teams. When they build beaver dams, right, in the rivers, they work in teams. One beaver can't do the entire job. And so I feel like maybe you are needing an extra helping hand, or you're needing a lot of support, and just kind of like working together as teams, or like there's the energy of teamwork coming up in the month of August. Okay. But you know, long-term steady effort, it's gonna pay off. Just stay grounded, know when to take breaks, don't push yourself past the edge, know your limits, allow yourself to feel whatever emotions come up. You might be feeling a lot more sensitive than usual. I mean, shit, I just realized just this very moment, we have the beaver, which is water energy, and then we have the whale, which is water energy, and the sea serpent is also very watery. So you guys might be feeling very sensitive this month, or just like to the energy around you, or maybe emotionally you're feeling a lot more sensitive. And that could be a good thing, right? If you use that and integrate it and express how you're feeling, but it can also sometimes be overstimulating, and it might be overwhelming, you know, or to the point where, you know, someone says something to you and it hurts your feelings or comes off insensitive. So I feel like those around you need to be aware that you might be a little bit more sensitive, or even you guys just saying to, you know, your partner, your friend, family member, I'm feeling more sensitive, so please just like ease up on like the jokes or whatever, you know, for those that are feeling like you could cry easily or get angry easier or agitated more easier, you know, just make sure you lay it out on the line like, hey, I'm feeling really sensitive, you know, no one's mind readers over here, okay? But yeah, it's like you guys definitely are diving deep. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of energy, and it can be intense. But I'm liking it. I like it. I really do. So let's pull some tarot messages. Let's see what's going on for you guys. Get some more details. For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for August 2021. What's going on for Aries in the month coming up? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What's going on for my Aries in August 2021. I heard Aquarius as well, so some of you may be dealing with an aqua or have Aquarius in your chart. Messages for Aries, Sun, Rising, Venus for August 2021. Any messages for Aquarius? Oh shit, not Aquarius. See, some of you are dealing with Aquarius, so you have Aquarius in your chart. Messages for Aries, Sun, Rising, Venus for August 2021. Messages for Aries, Sun, Rising, Venus in August. Okay, deck doesn't want to shuffle anymore. Gotta flip that. Alright. Messages for Aries, Sun, Rising, Venus. We got the Queen of Pentacles coming out. There's that similar energy with the beaver, right? These two cards go hand in hand. It's all about creation, expansion. Ooh, and the Three of Pentacles. They're what I just said. You may need an extra helping hand. You may need a little extra support, working together in teams. And this fell, you know, just underneath the beaver too. So it's just like, I'm really liking this energy. Messages for Aries, summarizing Venus in August 2021. Messages for Aries, summarizing Venus, August 2021. Messages for Aries, summarizing Venus. Wow, this is like quiet. Messages for Aries, summarizing Venus in August 2021. Let me shuffle a little bit more. I apologize. I'm like, damn, this is kind of quiet. Spirit said, nope, it's not ready yet. Okay. All right. One more. Let's try it again. Messages for Aries in August 2021. There we go. Okay, King of Swords. Okay, so there's already like two different energies. We got the King of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles, unless it's just you. But I do feel like could be multiple people involved, or you could be dealing with an air sign and also Aquarius energy. So there you have it. I said Aquarius, and Aquarius came out. Messages for Aries, synchronizing Venus in August 2021. Any messages for Aries? Hey, is there a card that there is. Wait a minute. I didn't see this. Hold on. 8 of Swords. That flipped itself. I did not see it until now. 8 of Swords. Let me see if there's anything else. Is there anything else for Aries, harmonizing Venus? Thank you. Temperance. Finding the balance, the middle ground. Yeah, okay. And anything else for Aries? For August 2021. Last shuffle. Last call? Okay, what do we have here? 10 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Okay, so I'm kind of feeling like you guys might be rebuilding some sort of foundation, or like I was saying about the cycles that you've been on for a while. We have the 10 of Pentacles reversed, so like I feel like you guys are in the middle of rebuilding a stronger foundation in your life, right? Within you, working on your wellness, your health, mental health, physical, just overall your well-being, and taking better care of yourself. Maybe in the past you neglected your self-care and just didn't really put that as a priority. And it's like in the month of August, I think a lot of you could be deciding or like putting your foot down and being like, you know what, enough is enough. It's time for a change. I gotta start making these improvements. I gotta start focusing on myself and make myself feel good and solid and independent. And when I do that, I feel more confident, I feel more like centered and focused, right? So I kind of am getting the energy of you guys bringing a lot more balance into your life after a period of instability or uncertainty. 10 of Pentacles reversed with the Temperance card is like bringing balance to your life, more structure, you know, coming up with more of like a plan or a schedule and sticking to it, and being more organized and being more focused and just overall trying to make things more balanced. Even the relationships in your life, making sure that they're more balanced, equal give and take, right? So it's not just completely one-sided, unrequited. Saggy energy, forgot to mention that. We do have the 8 of Swords here, so there might be some fears or moments of anxiety, but I feel like it's only short little periods or moments where you have those impulsive thoughts. Impulsive? No, I meant intrusive. For some, it's like just being mindful of impulsive actions. Like, you know, not reacting just because a thought pops up in your mind and you're like, oh, fuck, right? And then you, like, jump off the bridge. Not jump off the bridge, but you get what I'm saying. It's just like you may have intrusive thoughts that come up, but that doesn't mean that it's actually the truth, the reality of a situation. So that's why it's important that you guys remember to really tune into your intuition and practicing mindfulness and practicing like calming the mind and making that more of a priority as well, right? Because some of you may be having moments of like stress and anxiety and kind of like being your own block, right? There is support around you, but sometimes you may tend to forget or just like, you know, simply forgetting to breathe, like you holding so much tension in your body, like just breathe, like take a nice long deep breath, like take the longest, deepest breath you've taken all day. You may be carrying a lot of tension in your body, you don't even realize it, right? You can't solve any problems if you don't breathe, right? If you forget to breathe, you're holding your breath, you know, you're gonna pass out, man. Don't forget to breathe. No, but some of you are just needing a little extra helping hand. Maybe you just got a lot on your plate, and I feel like you're trying to balance things in your life. You're taking on a lot of responsibility. You know, I think it's important that there's like a healthy balance within you, your relationships, your personal life, and everything else that you are trying to juggle. You are juggling a lot, Aries. And just getting more clear with what it is that you want and where you're trying to go and the intentions that you're setting. And with this King of Swords, it's like needing to speak up when you need something, or when you have something to say. Don't bite back, don't hold back what you gotta say. Speak your truth. If you need help, ask for it and you shall receive, right? So let me see, how can I... So the Queen of Pentacles, like I said, it's all about creation, it's all about expansion. This also does mention healing, and how when you heal, you really are letting go and shedding old skins, that old dead skin. Like, or imagine like getting a haircut, you're cutting off all the dead ends. Or, you know, when you prune a tree, you cut off all the dead branches, and the tree does so much better, right? It grows better, it's more fuller, it's happier, it's healthier. Like, kind of like that. That's kind of the energy I'm feeling. It's just like you guys making some little adjustments, little tweaks and changes, and it's helping you feel more grounded and balanced and in control of yourself, and just kind of at ease. You know, this feels like easy going, easy flowing with this Queen of Pentacles. And, you know, I think things will move much more smoothly when there's teamwork, when there's group effort, where it's not just completely all on your shoulders, where you, your partner, you, your friend, you, your boss, you, your family, like whoever you are investing time, energy into, in whatever situations this may apply for, just like where there's like good communication, where you both understand where each other are at, or, you know, add an extra person if there's more than 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, I don't care. But just making sure that you and whoever it is that you are spending time with, working with, that you guys are on the same page and you guys are understanding what each other needs, right? And that's where you need to communicate that. And sometimes you may not know how to ask for help, right? You get kind of puzzled or stuck, and you're like, oh, but like they're busy and I don't want to bombard them and I don't want to bother them. But it's just like, no, you need some good balance and fairness. You're definitely in the middle of building something. Like I said with the beaver, right? Building that beaver dam. You're gonna need some extra helping hands, but you are making progress. You are moving forward. It might be slow, right? It might be slow process, even when it comes to you healing and overcoming certain fears, certain beliefs, mindsets, right? Bringing more balance into your life, more stability. You're making some steady progress. It may be slow and there's still much more work that needs to be done, but you're really on to a strong start, Aries. And so basically, just to kind of summarize, for the month of August, you guys are working, you guys are dedicating, whatever it is that you've been doing so far, leading up to this very moment, keep it up. Keep it up. You're on the right path. This is really just confirmation, like you're doing exactly what you need to be doing. Focus more on, you know, your stability, your wellness, your health, making sure that you take care of yourself and your wellness, and you know, be mindful of your thoughts and fears. Ask for help when you need it. But just overall, this reading is just about you guys maintaining a sense of balance and allowing yourself to feel, right? The sea serpent. There's some areas in your life where there's a lot of intense, overwhelming emotions, and it may be very uncomfortable to feel. And then there might be areas in your life where it's just like there's nothing. It's dry as the desert, you know? And so there might be a bit of imbalance in emotions, but it's about bringing balance back. Basically, to summarize this reading, it's about balance. August is the month of bringing balance back into your life. Getting back on your feet, grounded, feeling centered, feeling aligned with yourself, making just little tweaks and adjustments so that, you know, you don't slip and fall. You know, just be careful. Even like Just saying that. It's just like, watch where you're walking. Don't want to trip or stub your toe. I'm going to grab a fairy message for you guys, and then we'll grab a couple of Tikashi messages and just kind of wrap this up. But yeah, so very kind of straight to the point. August is a healing month, and you're dedicating yourself to your priorities, your career, relationships, your home, all the above, right? Speaking your truth, communicating that, and just bringing balance. And yeah, there might be moments where you have fears and anxieties, but it looks like you'll overcome it by getting back into the present moment and grounding yourself in the support of those around you. So that's kind of the reading to summarize it. So, any fairy messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in August 2021? Any fairy messages for Aries, please? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in August 2021. Fairy messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in August 2021. It didn't come out. Oh, you guys got an extra. Okay. So we have Nelly's The Alchemist, right? So this is all about creation, and kind of like the alchemist, the magician. It's kind of similar energy. It's like being able to manifest the reality that you want, but also manifesting is more than just thinking and saying and writing down your intention. It's about following through with the action and making it happen and coming up with a plan so that you can be the most successful, right? And the most efficient. And then we have the fairy who was kissed by the pixies. I actually don't know this card too much, but just intuitively, I feel like there's a lot of support around you in your own personal life, friends, family, as well as spiritually. Like, they're just like such a warm, protective energy bubble around you. It feels really wholesome. It just feels like, this card is so cute. Let me show you guys. I love the little kind of fairy animal at the very top. I don't know what exactly that would be. Kind of almost looks like, I don't know. It just feels very peaceful and supportive and loving and gentle. And like, it's just, I feel like the divine supports you with wherever you're trying to go, whatever it is that you're trying to do, you are backed up by the universe. So that's pretty special. We got number 27 and also number 21. So we're going to start off with Nelly's The Alchemist. Nelly's The Alchemist, inner transformation and irrevocable change. In fairy, and sometimes in our world, alchemy is the study of practice of transforming the soul from the lead of primitive, conditioned reactions to the goal of spiritual and practical attainment. Nelly's is a mistress of the alchemical arts, and she also understands that daily life is a spiritual exercise. She recognizes that the transformation may take place from the inside out or from the outside in. When things are stuck and movement has become impossible, Nelly's firmly waves her Rowan wand and things happen in ourselves and in the world. Sometimes things just cannot move without readjustment, perhaps even radical realignment. We may feel that we should be able to bring our plans to fruition, but we may be aiming at the impossible, or at least very inappropriate. Part of the impossibility or inappropriateness may be a result of our own attitudes, beliefs, or behaviors, and part of it may be circumstances in the world, things that are beyond our control. Often, inner transformation is required in order to achieve what we wish for in the outer world, just as, conversely, changes in the outer world often inflict inner transformation. Personal inner change is the truest transformation of all, and in the long run, it is the only change that really matters. Nelly's points out a path that we can follow, Jonathan observes, but she does not lead us by hand along it, although she may give us a nudge if we seem to need it. When an Oracle group member was looking at Nelly's, a giggling fairy voice said, "If you concentrate very hard, you can get to the bottom of the problem." When Nelly's turns up in your reading, get ready for things to happen, inwardly and outwardly. The stuck becomes unstuck, the blocked begins to move. You may have to run to keep up with the speed at which the situation around you is moving. You may also be surprised by the directions of things, and you are taking. You may find your plan, even your desires and dreams, changing as the transformation process takes place. It might not have been in your plans, but later on you'll look back and say, wow, it wasn't what I expected, but it was just what I needed. When we have thought such alchemical process, we can never go back to what we were before, which is probably just as well. Reverse. You may be getting in Nellie's way as she does her work. To put it bluntly, you may be the main obstacle in your own path. It may be necessary to transform attitudes and behaviors. She will first approach you with tact and a kindly fairy warning, pointing out an alternative path you might want to try. At this point, it would be well to begin actively cooperating with her, the energy of the alchemical transformation. That is quite a hefty fairy wand she carries, and I'm sure it wasn't just for decoration. I asked her about that, but I only got an outrageous grin in reply. So kind of, the blocked energy, obviously this is upright, but the blocked energy for those that maybe have felt a little stuck, or you may have moments where you get in your head, or you may tend to be a bit of a block. It's about finding the balance and changing your perspective / your attitude, right? You always have a choice as to what your attitude is. And we have the fairy who was kissed by the pixies. Love given, love received, metaphorical open heart surgery. Pixie kisses are not chocolate like the well-known Hershey kisses, but the pixies claim that they are a whole lot sweeter and don't do anything dreadful to your teeth. However, if the pixies have been munching fairy chocolate, some pixies' kisses give freckles. As Brian wrote, the pixies say that there cannot be too much kissing. A fairy kiss is a blessing indeed. Pay attention when you feel a fairy touch on your cheek or lips. Pixie kisses, in fact all fairy kisses, are to be noticed and savored. If you do notice, you will find yourself smiling without meaning to, and feel a surge of warmth swell in your heart. This fairy, Morna, is the queen of love, all kinds of love. Brotherly, sisterly, parental, friendly, unconditional, or conditional, either or both. She tells us, it takes perfect people to have a perfect love, but we, imperfect as we are, may have many loves, each one perfect for who we are and what we need now. These loves may not feel perfect, they may not look perfect from the outside, but they fit us now. If we don't like them, she shrugs, then we need to change ourselves so that a different kind of perfection fits us. Here we see Morna in her role as a heart surgeon, using the power of love to help us open our hearts when we have closed them off out of fear, which kind of is fitting with the sea serpent and the whales. There's some things going on regarding your heart and your emotions and your feelings, okay? Helping us expand and become more aware of what we have the potential to be. Yes, it's true, having an open heart, but being willing to love and be loved makes us vulnerable to loss and grief. But Morna assures me, and I believe her, that once a heart is truly and fully open, even the deepest grief becomes bittersweet, like dark chocolate, and there is no pain that is not balanced by the greater joy of love. The feeling of giving love is what makes us feel good. What keeps us from enjoying it fully is our desires to own others and to have them constantly prove our importance to them. Such proof is impossible. However, this kind of conditional and self-limited love is part of how we learn about real love. If you ever hear yourself asking, do you really love me? Or saying, I don't think you really love me, then you know that the love you are giving to the other is conditional and limited. Morna would like to help us learn to love others without conditions, and she would also like us to learn to love while staying properly centered within ourselves. It is important for us to not lose ourselves in others and let their desires become ours while losing sight of what we need for fulfillment in our own lives. In the long run, or even in the not so very long run, that never works out. We only think we know what others want and need, and sooner or later we get it disastrously wrong, usually by thinking we know what they ought to need. We are all learning about love, and the process of learning we all act as teachers for each other, Ram Dass said. The karma of relationships is the hardest karma there is. Believe it, Morna advises, and this is true, no matter what the relationship is. But for all that, love in its purest sense is the fast track to self-realization and enlightenment. The wild thing at the top of the picture is filled with bliss and longing to cuddle its way into enlightenment. Remember, everything and everyone in fairy glows with its own light. So do we. Much of that light is the glow of love. Remembering that is important. Opening our hearts to more widely so that the giving and receiving of love evokes a well-kissed fairy from within. The presence of the fairy who was kissed by the pixies suggests giving and receiving love and intimacy in any wide variety of relationships. She gives notice that this is a time to open and heal our hearts. Different aspects of life may be flowing happily together, healing separations and hurts from the past. Bonding may take place and deep feeling emerge. Changes for the better may occur in all aspects of life, but especially in relationships, which may be deepening and becoming richer. You may be experiencing love therapy for opening the heart as a new relationship begins and old ones develop. Enjoy. reversed. It didn't come out reversed, but I'm going to read it anyways because it may resonate for somebody out there. When we block love, obviously we refuse to give or receive it. An interesting thing here is that love is an energy, an aspect of the life force, and it flows through us whether we admit it or not. The unhappy souls who refuse to acknowledge it still have it within, ignored and denied. Another way we block love is to become the kind of people pleaser who wants to do everything for others but won't let them give in return. The twisted energy of love shows up as jealousy, possessiveness, attention-seeking, and demanding behavior. It is focused on getting rather than giving and results in unhappiness rather than happiness. It is also based on the entirely false idea that there is not enough love in the world for everyone to have as much as they need. Another twist is believing that this is up to others to make us happy, when really this is our own responsibility. One of the worst things we can really do is deny love, to pretend that we feel it when we don't, and to pretend that we don't when we do. Another is to try to destroy love between others by any means for any reason whatsoever, and the worst of all is taking advantage of the love of others to betray them. Sheesh. Some intense energy, you guys. Let me grab a couple Tikashi messages and wrap this up. For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Any Tikashi messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for August 2021. Any Tikashi messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in August 2021. Okay. Tikashi messages, please. We have consideration and trust. Okay. Consideration. Pay attention, let nothing move past without your examination. Be reflective and do not make any hasty decisions. Many special moments are unfolding for your attention. If you carefully look at what's brought you to this now moment, you will see how much of yourself deserves your loving consideration. Trust. No fear. Trust yourself, your knowing, your intuition, your wholeness. Move with certainty and be sure of yourself. Now may be a decision time. It's only fear that could hold you back now. When you know that there's no such thing as a wrong decision, you will trust yourself joyfully. It is time to trust in the process of growth. Let go, allow, and flow. You might just enjoy it. Okay, Aries. So, that is what I got for you guys for this reading. If you guys found this helpful or insightful, please let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. You can always turn on the bell so that you're notified when I upload. If you guys are interested, you can check me out on my Instagram at JadeStoneTarot. And with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.